everybody, this is Thrice with Thrice's Download, coming at you live from Austin, Texas, here on Spreaker.com, bringing you truth and information, streaming it into your brain. Download time. Alright, guys, so this is called Being You, another 10-minute podcast here, just about my view on being you, what that really means as far as my perspective goes. Again, here, I try not to spit as far as my beliefs go. I try to just talk about my perspective, what I see, what I feel, going beyond the regular seeing, feeling of the five senses, going into a more broad term behind the word. And if you haven't practiced any sort of etherical practices such as meditation or astral travel, even practices of telepathy, you may not know what I mean. And this goes right along with being you. So every day, you wake up, you go to work, or go to school, or do nothing. You go about your day, and you do your life. And most of us are constantly wrapped up in this story of where are we going, what are we doing, and who are we? I mean, that's my favorite line from the movie Wanted with, I can't remember. He was a kid from Narnia, and then he played in Filth. But he was the main character of Wanted with Angelina Jolie. But when he finally broke, they got him to ask, who am I? Or I don't know who I am. You know, and that comes to the statement of know thyself, which is labeled in a lot of ancient mystery teachings. They say it was even over the temples of the pyramids, where the priest would go in, saying, know thyself. Because the term is know thyself and you shall know the whole of the universe, or know the whole of the gods. For me, I use the term gods and universe interchangeably because there's a book called Brain Magic, and it actually discusses how deity is nothing more than a part of our mental perception. And if you think of mental perception in the aspect of quantum entanglement, then you're looking at electric frequencies, which go beyond our own mental capacity and go into the group mental capacity. Gets a little complicated, but it's really fun, folks. And this is what it really comes down to with the idea of who you are, is that you are more than just this individual that goes about your day with all your worries and fears. So the question is, what is really happening in your life? So first bit of information I want to give you is you only see half of what your eyes receive. Now let me restate that. What you visually perceive with your brain is only half of the data that your eyes actually receive. This is a common fact that we kind of brush off. But what does that really mean? What is it that we're missing? I mean, I don't know. For me, I got 20/10 vision. I see a lot. It's freaking beautiful and amazing. But the concept that I'm seeing only half of what's out there, I'm not seeing the whole picture, that makes me really wonder, folks. When you go into that corporate office, what is that corporate office? What is that structure that you're going into every day? And then the symbiotic relationship of all the people inside, the mailmen who come, the lunch people. If you're working in a real corporate office, there's tons of things that can happen. So many different contractors from other companies coming in. It's a multifaceted organism, and it's really interesting if you look at it from that perspective, because maybe that's the information we're not fully seeing. So just a hypothetical there, folks. But right there in itself, you're already starting to go into the fact that what you do is more than what you actually see. So every action, every step, when you look at the quantum aspect of it, there's so many different potentialities of existence that any choice you make in this simple fact of, I woke up right now, am I turning off my alarm or am I going to set snooze? Well, let's play a little game here. Of story time. If you shut off your alarm and sit up out of bed and sit down on your bed, your feet flat on the floor, and you put your hands on your knees, close your eyes, and you breathe deep 3 times. When I say breathe deep, I mean a full breath. Breathing in, holding, breathing out, holding. This is called a full breath. It's a proper breath in meditation. And if you do that, what do you think your day is going to be like? What do you think is going to happen? Okay, now on the flip side, let's keep going with this game. You hit the snooze button, and then you hit the snooze button again, and then you hit the snooze button one more time, and all of a sudden you realize you're late by 30 minutes. and you start rushing out of bed. You immediately stub your toe on the shelf that's hanging out on your bottom of your, dresser, and you get frustrated. I mean, how is your day going to be from then on? Look at both of these situations and tell me that there's not some significance here in discussing the fact that these are both potentialities every single day. So that means you have two different complete options to live your life in one day. And that's only two options. There's a difference if you drink water, if you brush your teeth right away. I mean, this is such a phenomenal thing that is just now starting to be studied, that the fact of quantum reality states that only when the observer focuses on the reality consciously does it manifest itself. So just a little bit, think about that for a minute. Just a little bit to think about, going a little beyond your normal morning ritual. What is it that you're doing when you first wake up, and how is it paving your day? So this is a huge thing about being yourself, because a lot of us say, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that. I want to get up in the big thing for me. I want to get up in the morning and I want to run with my dog. He needs it. I need it. It clears my head. It makes me feel good for the rest of the day. So listen to those things that I'm saying. It makes me feel good. I need it. He needs it. That is me being me. That is me expressing myself in the way that I was designed and I was created. And me accepting purpose and choosing it for myself. Not saying that my purpose in life is to be this person and run every day and have a company and have a podcast. No. My purpose, is a choice that I make. And what can help us, direct us to the purpose that makes us happy, is being yourself. Listening to those gut instincts of, I should really do this. I want to do this. I set that alarm to get up, so I'm going to get up. And again, folks, I was talking about pain and suffering before. I go through these problems just like everybody else. A lot of stuff you hear on here, I don't want you thinking that I'm not challenged, I'm not having problems. I don't have a problem being myself. I have a huge problem being myself, honestly, and that's why I'm talking about it. This is a way for me to be myself, is by sitting here, not worrying about being judged, not worrying about saying the wrong thing, and just accepting that people want to hear this, because I want to hear this. One of the biggest reasons I became a Mason and a Rosicrucian and started practicing in the magic mystery teachings is because I sought people who were being honest and being themselves and who could tell me who I was. But one thing that I really grew to realize, out of no matter how many people I meet, nobody can tell you who you are. Only you can stop the chatter of the mind, the doubt and the fear, and use the mind as the tool that it's meant to be for the consciousness, for yourself, and really begin to look at your life and say, what is this? What am I doing and what is it creating? All the work that you do for the company that you're working at, does it do anything for your life? Or are you constantly just slaving away at its mechanistic life and giving it the fuel it needs to survive? And that's what I mean. Being you, the things you do every day have importance. Now, I'm not saying that going to that corporate job or going to that, fast food job or server job is doing what you're supposed to do. Actually, if you're not being yourself, there's a whole concept that you can be misdirected and misguided by all these other energies or consciousnesses that are out there. And that's not just spirits, those are people too. You have the managers and you have the general managers and district managers, and then you have the CEOs, and their position of power is to get other people to do work. And they're not always looking, most companies, there are some companies that are dedicated and want people to want their job, but not everybody is looking for you to have purpose or you to live your life the way you're supposed to. Most of them just want you to do a good job. Do you have a resume that covers these basic skills? Do you have the advanced skills that we need? Do you have, the college experience or the schooling of trade certificates? All of those things are not always focused on purpose and being yourself. Some of us, actually majority of my generation and a lot of generations before and after, go to college and have no direction of who they are and what they're doing. This seems to be such a common thing in our life that so many people grow old and they get into some type of teaching or religion, and then they find themselves, after they've retired or after they've failed and they've gone through 3 marriages. It's just so amazing to me that we're missing this fundamental aspect of being you. That you are important. The choices you make don't only affect you, but affect your family. They affect your friends, and they affect the community around you. It's just like this. If you live in a housing community like I do, and you don't pay your rent, and then you get evicted, people are going to see that eviction notice. People are going to see the actions that are being taken. And then if you have to move out, they're going to see you moving out. Those situations that are occurring are affecting people that you may never talk to, but the reality still is that visualization of perception is real for them. And so then they're going to have thoughts based upon the situation that's occurring in front of them. So again, you are serving a purpose without even really knowing that that's what you're doing, because we all do it. We accept purpose. Whether your purpose is to slave away, whether your purpose is to be lazy, whether your purpose is to get fat and happy, we all choose our purpose, consciously or unconsciously. What I'm asking you to do is to make the conscious decision to be you. And in every action, in every choice, and every moment of the now, to really choose who you are. Because that's what it comes down to. You were only given the code and the design, but you are the creator to mold and shape the clay, to build the pyramid and temple upon your own holy altar. I mean, all that stuff, folks, is all about you and what you want to do. So, you know, folks, it all begins with you, so don't forget that. And I'll keep going. I'll always keep this podcast going because I'm ready to be me. And if you're interested in this and you enjoy it, you can check me out on Spreaker, #Thrice. You'll pull up a bunch of my episodes. #Saida. You can find stuff on Twitter, Facebook. We're still growing the hashtag with these things, so you may not see them right away. But you can find me on Facebook, Thrice, or Andrew James Saida. Also Google+. You can go to our website, lifeislifetraining.com. We will be starting a Life is Life Training radio network, or LILT radio network. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, speaking the truth about who you are, and growing and developing like us all, then contact me, get in touch. Also, like I said, check me out on Spreaker. Follow me, please. I'm trying to build my follows so I can get on iHeartRadio, and y'all can listen to me constantly on your apps. So, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Here is a song called Holy Me, and I hope you enjoy it.
Let's do this.
I don't know if you're ready for this one. Let's see if I can warm up my voice. Let's see if I can warm up my soul. Let's see if I can warm up my choice. And then maybe just let it go. Holy me is what I see in my light. Every day I look into the mirror of my life. And if you can think you can keep up with what this is, motherfuckers try to be this Cali kid. Cause all I'm doing is being crazy. Killer coming straight to get you. Cause you know this is a thriller. Michael Jackson said it the best. That they fucking preaching on everything that we do to the test. They trying to get you down, trap you around in these little cutting cages that you got now. Cause you don't even understand how electricity is all the time, that's all around. And it is the consciousness that you don't know. Because everything is something that you gotta let go. And the understanding trying to be something really when you wanna know what you truly see. Alright guys, I cut that a little early because I realized that was the old version of that track. I will get you the new version on the next episode maybe, or following one. But again, hope you guys enjoy. Bear with me on these tracks. I'm still trying to re-edit some of them and get them out there for you, but I don't want to be playing other people's music. But if you've got some music that's on this level, that's about being yourself or the quantum reality, anything that's about life and existence, hit me up. I'd love to play some of your music and to get it out there, help promote each other's stuff there. So, hope you all have a wonderful week. Remember, it all begins with you.